The beginning. Chris LaCour's journey to creating LaCouria is a story of resilience, determination, and creativity in the face of adversity.
What's up? This is Tariq Nasheed. I want to give a special shout out to Brother Chris. Shout out to you, Brother Chris, and much respect to you and all your successes. Man, I heard you opened up a school and a business over in Africa. Man, shout out to you and the brothers and sisters over in the motherland. You keep on building, keep on connecting, keep on doing big things, man. The community is proud of you, brother. Much respect to you, and you keep up the good work, brother.
Which is who is the founder of LaCouria organization and his vision and mission.
The founder of LaCouria organization is Christopher Laco. He's from United States of America. Okay. Then the mission of LaCouria is to create businesses and teach our people how to do business so that they can rely on their own.
Okay,
and promote themselves.
If you can think it, then you can be it. And my son says the same thing, Chris. He says the same thing. But you have the power. We're all one now, so nothing can stop us. How did you get started? I mean, how did it all start for you?
Well, first of all, when Chris Laco introduced LaCouria to me, I was like, are you sure I'm going to do this? Because I'm not that well educated, so I was thinking that maybe I'll not go far. So he told me that you can be anything you want to be, Lois, anything that you wish to become in life, you can. If I put my hobby need, focus, trust, I can do anything I want to do. So from there, I picked that courage. I was like, wow, that sounds good.
LaCouria, a nonprofit that works to support individuals from underserved communities, was born out of LaCour's experience while he was incarcerated. In the aftermath of his brother Ray Rice's murder, LaCour hit rock bottom and his mental state deteriorated. Despite his intelligence, he found himself in a dark prison hole, feeling hopeless and depressed. One day, out of the blue, LaCour was summoned to see the prison commissioner. They told him that he had a parole board hearing coming up and that he could be released due to a new law for juvenile offenders. It was during this time that LaCour had an epiphany. He realized that he had spent years studying many different subjects, from business, economics, and finance, to psychology, sociology, philosophy, history, and much more. Yet, he had no actual plan for his future. Fueled by the frustration of this realization, LaCour put his sharp mind to work and came up with the idea for LaCouria. He was not allowed to have a pen or pencil in the hole, but he refused to let this obstacle stop him. In a stroke of creativity, he wrote out the initial plans for the nonprofit in crayon. LaCour spent 2 days writing out his rough draft and 2 weeks perfecting the final vision. He immediately mailed it off to ensure that it would not be lost in the prison's bureaucracy. This was the start of LaCour's journey to creating a nonprofit that would help his family and community. However, coming up with the plan for LaCouria was one thing, but getting it going was another. Despite having a solid plan, he struggled to find support and funding to turn his vision into a reality. LaCour spoke to many people about his plan, and while everyone seemed to love it, nobody was willing to help him put it together. He tried various strategies, but all of them failed to gain traction. It wasn't until LaCour was reading a book on Mao Zedong that he found inspiration for a new approach. Mao's Little Red Book was created to promote himself among superpowers and their countries, and LaCour realized that he needed a way to promote himself among the entrepreneurial class in Los Angeles. He decided to write a book himself. LaCour put pen to paper once again, and in just 2 weeks, he wrote The Book of Kings, the Emperor's Notebook. He printed the book himself and showed it to his mother, Keisha Esteban, who sold the books and helped him make connections with the entrepreneur community in Los Angeles. With the success of the Book of Kings, LaCour was able to develop the relationships he needed to get funding to build LaCouria and start his own businesses. He used the money from his successes to continue expanding LaCouria, turning his dream of expanding into Africa into a reality. LaCour's determination and creativity were essential to the success of LaCouria. His ability to think outside the box and come up with new strategies when faced with obstacles shows just how important it is to be flexible and adaptable, especially when trying to start a nonprofit organization from the suppression of a prison cell.